Hi everyone, I'm Sandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I actually have a tag for you on Tag Tuesday. It has been a minute since I have done a tag. I know, I don't know what happened. I just got away from doing them and my friend Shelly Swearingen recently created a tag and it is one that I absolutely love, and there's so many great questions on it, and I don't actually have to have read a book in order to answer any of these questions. It is a great one if you're new here, because it will give you a sense of what I'm about, what I like about my channel, what I don't like about my channel, and hopefully you consider giving me a subscribe and sticking around. But the tag that I'm going to do, that again was created by the wonderful Shelly Swearingen, is the Behind the Booktube tag. It is a nice chatty tag and gives me an opportunity to kind of check in and give everyone an idea of how I've been feeling lately, about booktube, about reading, about kind of the whole environment. So I love this tag. All right, prompt number 1. What has surprised you the most about booktube, both in good way and a bad way? The good way is I have made in-person, in real life friends through booktube. I never expected to meet people and go book shopping. I never expected to invite one of them into my friend group and have her go camping with us. I never expected to talk to people every day on Boxer. If I could meet some people, including Shelly Swearingen, I would do it in a heartbeat. I wish I could meet more of the people that I talk to all the time. It would be lovely. I just am so thankful for that. It really has enriched my life in a way I just flat out did not expect at the start of this. I thought I was going to come out and just kind of talk, and I ended up making some really great friends through this process, and friends that I will check in with almost every day. It's absolutely incredible. So I'm very, very thankful for that. I don't know if this is really a bad way, but it takes quite a bit of work sometimes, both from reading a bunch of books to be able to talk about, but also editing videos, creating videos, and watching other creators' videos. I really want to support my friends. I want to be able to watch a bunch, and I got so far behind this summer because I just was not in a mood to really do much online, and it really reflected in the amount of videos I missed. I started adding things to a watch later list and ended up with 138 videos. I never got it below 100, and it gets overwhelming at times, but I really wish I could support everyone and be able to watch all of their videos. I think it would be wonderful. Yeah, it's just kind of one of the hard things about booktube is being able to kind of watch everything that I would like to be able to watch. I don't know if that's even necessarily a bad thing. It's a good problem to have, I guess. Number 2, how do you balance reading and booktube with the rest of your life? Well, this summer I ended up taking quite a bit of time off from both reading and from booktube a little bit. I definitely slowed down the number of videos I was posting. Definitely slowed down the number of videos I was watching, because I was just slightly overwhelmed and a little bit tired, and just had said, it's better for me to take a break, and I am so glad that I did. Now, normally what I would do is every day early in the morning, I usually get up between 5:30 and 6. I usually read first thing in the morning. I read before I go to work, before I get started with my day. That's my dedicated reading time, and it works really well for me because then the rest of the day I have for work, and then I can make a video and have dinner with my husband and just have kind of a normal schedule. But the balance part of it, I usually am in the morning I'm reading. I do quite a bit of things outside of booktube. I hike, I bike, I kayak, I go camping. I'm not a big movie watcher. Reading is my primary form of entertainment. I almost always have a book in my hand of some form. And I do like to fill in spaces with audiobooks occasionally, especially if I'm kind of in the middle of a book and want to keep going with it over the next hour on my walk. I might listen to a little bit of it and then come back and read more. But that's kind of it. I just dedicate the morning to the reading time and the afternoon for the rest of my life. Number 3, have you ever thought about starting a Patreon? No, I haven't. I know if I did a Patreon, my personal kind of what would happen to me is that I'd want to feel like I'm giving everyone who's paying a subscription the feeling that they're getting value from that. I have a Discord that I don't do anything on. I'm horrible about it, and I worry that Patreon would be the same. And I just think it would do a disservice to anyone who would be willing to subscribe to a Patreon. So I've chosen to not do that. I think it's great for people who have made that decision to start Patreons. I wish I had that much creativity in me to be able to do more content, but lately I've been barely making it with my own channel content, and I just don't think I could do more. Number 4, have you made any mistakes on BookTube? I'm sure I have. I can't imagine that I haven't made a mistake. I know my first time I did kind of a negative review was very difficult, and I remember it was kind of the first time I saw some major thumbs down on a video, and that was really hard. I tend to shy away a little bit from doing kind of negative reviews. I think authors spend quite a bit of time writing books, and it's hard for me to speak really negatively about a book. So you probably see more positive reviews on my channel. Other than that, I don't know. I can't think of anything specific. I know in the beginning I had a lot of problems with audio. Thankfully that's been resolved for quite some time, but those would be a couple of things, is making sure I have my technical stuff together. Yep. Number 5, do you have any advice for new booktubers? Yeah, I think so. I think the first one is some of the advice that Kim over at Middle of the Book March gave to me, which is be yourself. Don't try and read books you don't normally read. Don't try and come across as someone that you're not normally, because it will be next to impossible to keep that up for very long. It is something that if I had to come out and try and pretend I was someone that I wasn't, I think it would just be even more difficult to create videos. The other advice I would have is what I struggled with in the beginning is make sure you have your technical components solid. Video ideally is going to be nice and clear. You can absolutely 100% use your phone, but try and make it so it's not doing that weird autofocus thing. Audio, make sure it's clear, make sure people can hear you. Those are the main things. And the other advice I would give to any new booktuber is reach out, make connections, reach out to people that you think, wow, their channel is really big and I don't feel comfortable reaching out to them. Absolutely, reach out, ask questions. If you are a new booktuber and you have questions, absolutely reach out. I'd be happy to answer any that I can. And I always love buddy reads, everything like that. So that's what my other part is. I think my experience with YouTube has been phenomenal because in the beginning I was reaching out, asking people for buddy reads and joining group reads, joining events, and it just made the experience so much better. Number 6, what are your thoughts on the YouTube algorithm? I don't understand it. I don't know how to put my videos out in a way that will get them as part of the algorithm. I struggle with that. I've made little changes here and there, hoping that maybe a video would get picked up and have more views. But the bottom line is mine are not. I only have a couple of videos that are over 1,000 views. And that's just kind of how my channel goes. I really appreciate every person who comes out and watches my videos. But I have no idea about the algorithm. I couldn't even begin to explain it. So 7A, how do you decide what videos to make? Kind of just what time of the, kind of just what I have going on in regards to my reading. So it might be a TBR video, a to be read video, it might be a follow-up video. My most common ones are my 1001 book countdowns. They're the easiest content for me to make. They have a pretty standard format to them. And it just kind of depends on what else I'm also seeing out on YouTube. If there's something that I see someone else do like this tag, then it may be something that I pick up. 7B, are you ever overwhelmed with video ideas? Not usually. Usually if I have a ton of ideas flowing, what I do is I write them out on kind of a schedule and say, oh, I'll do this one, this one, this one, this one. So I don't lose that thought, lose that idea. But it's rarer now. In the beginning, I felt like I was putting out 3 videos a week and always had something to talk about. And now I am down to 1 or 2 per week. And I'm okay with that pace for the most part. This month I'm doing a short every day, and that's been an interesting experiment. So I don't know, we'll see. Number 8, have you regretted posting a video? No, not really. I tend to stay pretty standard kind of content. I really love my tag videos that I have done. The only things, like I said, a negative review is really tough for me. I have a hard time doing that, but I've never taken down a video. I've been surprised by which videos do well, and I don't really know or understand again why that is. But number 9A, are the number of views, subscribers meaningful to you? I think once I passed, there's a milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and that was really important to me to get past the 1,000 subscribers. It is definitely important to me. It's hard to see your subscriber count go down. It's wonderful to see it grow. Views, I do like it when a video does well, but again, I feel like I don't have a ton of control over that, so I'm just going to make videos that I like, about books that I like, and kind of go from there. It kind of leads into question 9B. Are the number of views, subscribers a measurement of success? For me, not really. I think that the interactions I have with the people on my channel is kind of how I'm measuring how I'm doing. I love getting all the comments. I love interacting with people, and for me, that's been a bigger measure of success. I don't have control over who subscribes to me or unsubscribes to me, so I can't really do anything much about that other than making videos that I like. So I don't know. Number 10, are you disappointed by the growth in your channel? I would say that I grew really fast when I first came onto BookTube, which was incredible. I hit 100 subscribers and I was just unbelievably overjoyed with hitting that milestone. I never thought I would get to that particular point. I am so appreciative of everyone that has taken the time to subscribe and watch my videos. I can't say I'm disappointed. I'm trying really hard to not compare my growth with others' growth. I think that's very destructive. We're different people with different content. I would love to have, some of the subscriber counts that my friends have. I would love that. That would be amazing. But it hasn't happened. If it happens, fantastic. But I'm just going to keep coming out and having a fun time and making videos that I like, about books that I like, and sharing my progress on the 1,001 book countdown, and kind of go from there, and try not to pay as much attention to subscriber counts. In the beginning, I was horrible. I was checking subscriber counts all the time, and it was awful. I do not recommend, if you're a new booktuber, to do that. It's like, wait, go a week, come back. Don't try not to check it too often. But I'm much better now than I used to be. So number 11, have you ever thought about quitting BookTube? No, not seriously. I've slowed down. I've had moments where I've had to take a little bit of a break, but I've never said, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I just have so much fun talking to all of my friends out here that it would be hard for me to give this up. Number 12A, what are the most touching comments? I like it when people just comment about their thoughts about a book, whether or not it equals my same thoughts. I love that kind of interaction. I have wonderful subscribers. I love it when everyone leaves me comments. I feel very, very blessed to have the interaction that I do have on my channel. And some people are just so incredibly sweet and say the nicest things. Number 12B, what are the most negative comments? There's only been a few. I've been very, very lucky that I haven't had a ton of negative comments. And, I appreciate everyone's perspective and everyone's opinion, and encourage people to leave me a comment regardless of whether or not you agree with the book that I'm reading, or my thoughts about the book I'm reading or not. Yeah, that's what I would kind of say. But I've been very lucky. I've had pretty much nothing but supportive comments and a very supportive community, and love everyone that I get to interact with. Number 13, in regards to BookTube, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably still working on the 1,001 book countdown. Oh my goodness. That project is massive with over 1,300 books on it, and I have 800 and something left at this particular point in time. I know it's going to take me probably 10 more years to finish that. I think without BookTube, I don't know that I would be nearly as far along as I am on that, and so that just makes me incredibly happy. It's a bucket list passion project of mine. And I hope I've made significant progress in 5 years. hopefully below 500 books left. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But that is the Behind the Booktube tag. As far as tagging someone, one is Kristen over at Enter the Book. Would love to hear her thoughts on this. Melinda at A Web of Stories. Kevy over at Say Kevy is just coming back and starting to do videos again. I would love to see Kevy's thoughts on this particular piece. And we will do Tiffany over at Beautiful Minutia again as one of the good friends that I have made on this channel. And that is my tag for you. I hope you enjoyed this peek behind how I feel about BookTube and YouTube. Please definitely leave me a comment down below. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. But as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks, bye.